Hey, welcome back to another episode of Create This Book 2. And yeah, I draw a lot of wonky people in this episode. So I really hope you enjoy, and let's get right on into it. Create an invention. Make your own invention. Draw the diagrams for it here. So I'm really sorry for that super low energy intro. I was filming this at like 10 p.m. and I was just so tired, and I just had to get an intro film so I could start editing, and I put like the littlest amount of effort into it I could have possibly put into any intro ever. Yeah, back to the page. So my idea for this is to create the Spidey Go web, which is basically a device you can put into your hand and shoot out real like spider webs like Spider-Man can, and like use them to swing around and stuff. It's definitely not something that could actually exist, at least not right now with our current technology, but it sounds pretty epic, and I would definitely want one of these if they existed because I love Spider-Man. So as you can see, I'm drawing a girl. I know I really stunned you all with that one. But yeah, I think it's finally time that I explain what I'm really doing instead of messing around. So I am drawing a girl dressed up as Spider-Man. I'm writing Spidey Go web. I drew a bunch of spider webs and spiders all around with colored pencil. Recently I've been on this kick of like just going in straight with a colored pencil and not using an outline. I didn't do that here. And on the side I included a little 2-scale model including facts such as the size, the extremely cheap price, and also an activation touch sensor, so you can easily shoot them out at the touch of your fingers. Isn't that super convenient and super unrealistic? So here is the final page, and I do really like it. I think it turned out pretty cool, and I think it's a pretty interesting idea for an invention. It's probably not really the way the author intended it to look, but I think it looks just fine and I love it. Next is create a mystery, hide something in or on this page. So I had just watched Mariah Elizabeth's Wreck This Journal flip through, or maybe it was a This Is Not a Book, I don't know, and in there she had hidden something literally inside the page by making like a pocket for it or sticking it behind something. I thought that was super cool, so I wanted to do a similar idea here where I had a little envelope where I stuck something in the actual page. So I just sped right through that sketching process, but I was sketching for I'd say like an hour. I could not figure out the way to make this look the best that it could. I'm going with a post office theme, so basically this guy is in the mailroom and he's throwing this mail into this big mail cart, and there's envelopes flying everywhere, and then there's a bunch of envelopes in different sizes on the other side, and one of them is actually a pocket. It's going to be pretty obvious which one's the pocket and which one is something hidden inside, but you know, I still wanted it to kind of blend in and not just be super obvious. At this point, even after all my struggle, I'm already not really liking this page too much, but I thought color could maybe save it, so I decided to keep coloring anyways. I soon realized there really wasn't much to color because most of the letters were just plain white, so I had to come up with creative ways to use these markers to color it in. I think some of them turned out cool and some of them turned out
interesting. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, ambiguous crate. Look at me, I know words. Totally didn't just Google ambiguous to make sure I was saying it correctly. Anyway, so I made the best of it that I could, but I was really looking forward to making the pocket because I knew that was going to be the fun part. So I'm using Mod Podge on the rest of the page and getting ready to create this pocket. Whew, my math homework just got exposed! What math class am I taking?
Guess down below.
Anyways, now I am going to be making this pocket by cutting out of computer paper, making it into an envelope like the rest of them, coloring it like the rest of them, putting tape on top of it because I felt like it. Then I cut out another section which is going to be the flap for the pocket, and then I attached that with glue, and there's a fancy little way that I did it. I used some glue and I let it dry. I glued everything back together, and now I'm creating my stamp to add it in. So my idea was to add a stamp in. I guess I just thought it would be good to add a real life item that fits with the whole theme of the page, and I thought that a stamp would look cool, so I stuck it onto a piece of computer paper and then cut it out and stuck it inside my little envelope. And yeah, that is this page all completed. I I have mixed feelings about this page. I think it's a cool concept. I like my idea for it, and I'm glad I got it done because I did not know what I was going to do for the longest time. But I do think that the mailroom art could have been executed a lot better. That guy is a little bit wonky. I don't know what's going on with his chin. But yeah, I think the whole pocket thing is cool. I like the idea, but not my best page I've ever done. Create softness. Make this page soft. Seems simple enough. So I decided to draw a nice fireplace, somebody sitting in a rocking chair reading a book. As you can see, I have blurred out the sketch because what I decided to sketch was
horrendous, ugly, hideous, scary,
and something that nobody should have to see in their lifetime. So I quickly erased this and started over with a completely fresh idea. I don't know what was in my art brain that night, but it just wasn't working. So I tried again the next day, and I decided to go with a different design, which was someone roasting marshmallows by the fire. And it started out as one person and quickly turned into 3 people, but I'm just drawing this huge fire on the left, and I had so much fun coloring this in with a bunch of different oranges and reds and yellows, and this is like so much fun drawing this fire, and I think it turned out pretty cool. It's a pretty intense fire for roasting s'mores, probably not the best idea. And a little spoiler alert, one of the marshmallows actually catches on fire in the drawing because I realized that and I thought it'd be funny to add that. Anyhoozle, back to the hands. So I drew this first hand and I had to look up a bunch of reference photos, but I think it turned out pretty decent. I'm not somebody who like passionately hates drawing hands. I know a lot of artists who they hate drawing hands so much. You just like think they all look horrible. I actually think that mine looks okay. I mean, it's not great, but you know, it's fine. So then I decided it looked kind of empty, so I added another hand down here holding a piece of chocolate, and this would totally be my hand because I would always prefer a piece of chocolate over a marshmallow any day. And then I thought it looked still empty, so I added a third hand up at the top, and this one is also roasting a marshmallow down below, and this is the one that catches on fire. You can ask yourself, is this really a good idea to really fit the prompt? Probably not. Like when you think of soft, do you really think of fire? No. But you might think of marshmallows, so at least I got a little bit of softness in there. But yeah, I honestly had loads of fun with this once I got out my original crappy idea. And I do really like what it looks like now, even if it's not the best prompt fitting thing. It's cool. Create a daydream. Allow yourself to daydream here. So, in order to think of what to do for this page, I racked my little brain thinking of what am I dreaming about right now? Like, what do I want so bad right now? And the answer is, I just want COVID to be over so that I can perform the show that I'm working on right now on stage. So I thought, what a better way to demonstrate that than to draw a stage with somebody performing on it, and nobody's wearing masks, and it's just like a free, COVID-free world, because that's what I'm dreaming of right now. Not saying I want everybody to not wear masks, wear your mask, but I'm going to be so happy when COVID is over and we have a vaccine. So the show that I'm drawing here is Alice in Wonderland. I am not currently working on Alice in Wonderland. I did actually a production of Alice in Wonderland last spring. I played a Cheshire Cat. But this is just going to be Alice in Wonderland because I thought it would be kind of cool to draw, and it has a fun set. So I thought it'd be really fun to recreate on the stage. And we see Alice there singing her little heart out. She's probably singing Over the Rainbow or something like that. That's from that movie, right? Wait, no, that's from Wizard of Oz. Ah, I get those mixed up all the time. Well, the coloring for this page took quite a long time because I did a lot of intricate shading with like the curtains and with the chairs, and I added a bunch of people's heads or the back of people's heads in the chairs. We got some chairs that are supposedly empty, or maybe there's like a little kid sitting in it and you can't see his head. I don't know. And I also decided on this page to not do any outlining. I feel like that might have been a mistake. I think it might have looked better with some outlining, especially on my dear friend Alice over here, because, I don't know, she isn't really like popping out from the stage very good, but I do think it looks good in the areas like with the chairs and the heads and stuff. I think that part looks good, but there are some parts where I feel like aligning could have been beneficial. So I stuck it back inside the book, and I actually really like this page a lot. I think it's super cool. I actually think the Mod Podge kind of pulled it together because it made it all seem a lot more solid and a lot less streaky colored pencil-like. I keep meaning to buy Colorless Blender, but I haven't gotten around to it, so it probably would make my art look a lot better. But yeah, I like this page overall.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up if you want to, and subscribe if you want to. Or don't, if you don't want to, whatever. And speaking of subscribing, thank you guys so much for 1.5 thousand subscribers. That is really awesome, and it's really amazing that I'm already there. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And also, here's the shout out from the last video. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and for commenting. If you want to be the shout out in my next video, just comment down below whatever you want. And yeah, me and Clara will see you guys next